My name is Chris Noller. I'm the Chief of Police at the Pueblo Police Department. I've been with the Pueblo Police Department for 27 years now.
My name is David Lucero. I'm the Pueblo County Sheriff. This is my 23rd year in law enforcement.
Hi, I'm Jeff Chostner. I'm your district attorney. I've been in this job for 10 years since January of 2013.
I always wanted to be a fighter pilot. My brother-in-law wanted to be a police officer. I ended up dropping out of college. He was getting a start at the police academy and talked me into going. I thought I could do that for a few years, get my pilot's licenses, started working in the job and fell in love with it. It's the best decision I think I've ever made in my life, besides maybe my wife.
You know, I joined law enforcement to really assist and be the voice for those that can't speak for themselves, to hold those accountable that prey on our victims in our communities.
I'm in the career path I'm on because I've always been interested in criminal justice and trial litigation. I've done that throughout my career, whether it was in the military or whether it's been back here in Pueblo. I'm also interested in this particular career path because I think it makes my hometown safer and it makes it a better quality community for us all.
One of the cases I remember that Crime Stoppers played a big role in was when I was on the DEA task force. We investigated a case that involved international drug smuggling. The dope was traveling as far east as New York. We ended up out of that case, out of the tip that we got from the Crime Stoppers tipper. It resulted in the indictment of two high-ranking leaders of the Juarez drug cartel who were extradited to the United States and are currently serving time in federal prison.
Crime Stoppers has been instrumental with several burglaries that we've had occur in our community, as well as thefts. They've provided tips on homicide investigations that we've been doing, and really the vast majority of them are fugitive recoveries. Getting that tip that lets us know where a person or a fugitive is in the community, and allowing law enforcement to act on that tip and to take that person into custody.
The anonymity that people can have when they call into Crime Stoppers, I think is helpful because it allows them to provide information without having to put themselves on the line. Perhaps later on they want to come forward, but at least initially they can do that in secret. They can give information to law enforcement agencies that can later be developed perhaps with other evidence, with other witnesses, without them being known.
Over my 27 years in Pueblo, I can't count the number of times where a Crime Stoppers tip has played the key piece in providing information for us to go out and make an arrest. Now, we have to corroborate that information. We have to go out and work to make sure that it's admissible in court through other means. But having that information ahead of time may be able to direct us in a way to investigate that case that allows us to bring somebody to justice.
The information we've received from Crime Stoppers has really allowed us to pursue cases where we've come to a dead end. And the information we've received from Crime Stoppers has allowed us to go out and interview either other witnesses or take a look at other physical evidence in a case that might help us solve the case. So it has in fact been very, very valuable to us by providing us leads on the case that we otherwise would not have, but for the anonymous calls that we get from the people who are generous enough and kind enough and caring enough to call in on these particular crimes.
I had the opportunity to serve on the Crime Stoppers board in the past, be a member of Crime Stoppers, and that relationship between law enforcement and Crime Stoppers, it's essential for a community. And it has benefited us in thousands of cases over the inception, I believe, in 1983 when it first started here in Pueblo. And I can think of countless times where we've received those tips and been able to close cases and hold those responsible that needed to be held responsible.
We have a great partnership with Crime Stoppers. They meet in my office once a month. I always have a representative, a senior member of my staff on the Crime Stoppers board. So it's been a terrific partnership that we have.
Remember, you stay anonymous.
But they don't.
To submit a tip, you can call 719-542-7867.
You can also download the P3 smartphone app to submit a tip by mobile phone.
Or you can submit a tip at PuebloCrimeStoppers.com.